Um, One day, or day one. After some time, I begin to resume my English class. I started a few days ago with the fact that every day I have to for this habit. The idea was to start the day and do many activities, but, but I understood that if I don't, my learning English, I priority, I want the able to master the language. Once I have some the problem, I can start with class and practice the outer most important dialects that um, dialect that is not considered was the use of the of should duly sign and wanted to put it as the last tax of the of the that I cannot win that during the courses I was going. I put a lot of boots and boots in the way and finally it did not consider the use of my word, which is even more important due to I every day starting at 7 a.m. Taking into account I, my personal point at will thoughts about how to avoid procrastination procrastination and the tips that can be having. 7 tips to stop procrastinating. Have you ever put off something that was convenient to do at the moment? Have you put off until tomorrow that you could have done that? And have you frozen the moment to start that work of report that you have to do? Um, I, I love these behaviors respond to procrastination stra- strategies at discovery you explaining that procrastination consists of that consequences it has and you to manage it. What is procrastination? Procrastination is a set of behaviors that consist of or postponing painting text, of uses the speedy knowing that they must be done and that delay in doing things can have negative consequences. This time and behavior is related to characteristics such as perfectionism, anxiety, low self-esteem, of self-control, and self-destruct. Procrastination is understood as even evidence of the fear of failure, which motivates the person to postpone, postpone the moment of carrying, carrying out tasks due to the discomfort caused the possibility of failing. I know meeting the established demands, whether the consequences of procrastinating. In short term, procrastinating might seem like the perfect remedy to avoid the fear of failure that comes with facing the situation in question. However, in the long term, the consequences can be very important and even interfere with a person's daily life. Some of these consequences are um, increased study to the accumulation of work, and addiction, and reduces in the available the delicate to edge tax. Um, the correct self-efficacy, the person perceives that I not capable of coping with tax of that quality of her person in the adequate of tax it could be feeling guilty for leaving if it for later feeling of loss of time tips to procrastination. Submitting procrastinating have become a habit in the person life. However, there are strategies that some person reduce the frequency in this phenomenon, phenomenon or Malaga psychologists propose propose the following organization of times. Clarify pending tasks and priorities in the order to organize the entire will be dedicated of each one, submitting time and time through a calendar of planning can be it easier to complete the task. 2. 3 2-minute rule. If there is something can that you can in the next 5 or the minutes, it is better to do it instead of planning it. It's this because it takes longer to plan than to do it, and in addition, we will reduce the number of small painting tasks. Reduce distraction. During in the time I are performing tasks, reducing the possibility of distraction. This means not having your cell phone on hand, having the television off, take care in the environmental condition to be able to carry out the task conformality, etc. ATC. Avoid about perfection. The ultimate goals, yeah, about perfection in the ultimate goals in the complete pending task, not make the imperfect. This level of self demands increasing stress and makes of difficulties on the person to complete the task. Signal-wise, it infringes something to improve it or alternatively gives up training because I feel una- unable to do respect and rest. Exhaustion appears in the preferable the pause, detox and rest, doubling and this is moment is helpful and promotes step and rewards establishing rewards to turns complete increases motivation for the um, 7 making ability of heirs to test strategies built on ability and routine they will reverse the ability of procrastination. If you have there are multiple occasions to stop procrastinating, but but find it difficult to achieve it result. As psychopath, I have been think of specialists who will help you manage procrastination however, to avoid its consequences mass and appointment now with a psychologist, I marvel and the Quera Ronda, I we have Roselbar's office so you can go the one close to you. Question and answers. Do you have I have habits? I think that thorough or habits or light we found thinking something what without releasing in the order to satisfy ourselves with keen pleasure and gain an instant flare of dopamine. This happens because the brain is always in, in favor of things without much effort. I evenly I validate the month's records once I grabbing in the cell phone in a stay for a long time without doing some important activity. Do you bike your nails? Uh, when I was when wonder, I had this habit of doing I because I felt comfortable beating and demanding my hands. Now because of my hopes and because in realized I don't help anything I don't do it I more. Do you sleep too much? I think it's a slow problem than that I am still managing. Is sleeping is difficult for me to have deep and lasting sleep and enjoy the hours for sleeps, but I am managing it. Do you sleep on the couch? I see it is a problem because you can. advance of every part of your house bike, introducing new habits, Buddhist I case to coach on see I sitting I have I warm I fall asleep. Do you sleep your clothes every day before we and work of doing my daily tasks? And the first thing I do full my bed and the my pajamas and when I go to sleep I slow put there on. Do you have light at night? Always after returning my university I live a small diner and mostly full of carbohydrates. I had still have a hard time re- reacting on corn eating. Where do you learn our habits? Is I mentioned and moments I go. It is foment strong trial and error in cal vive senting dulles as Oslo and Sydney than age day of moment. What are some of your health habits? Or having false wasting time on social networks. Do you smoke? That is that habit in the late because I now dedicate myself to running and it affects my progress. I happen to do levy and then is good progress. Do you drink alcohol? Yes, and not constitutionally I worry, but it have reduced K at bit. I cannot that is a sociable factor and that my words in the relate to tag, but it only drink when were as occasion. Have you managed in the gathering of a habit, kid smoking, drink lots of alcohol and give importance to people's when don't add it's always meaning light advanced habits, of course, because your brain see tardiness and social way of the often gets used to it. That unusual habits do you observe it in the your family members? They border you and the one with and biggest disorder his habit is my older brother wow. Apart from living and gravating everything and throwing things away anywhere, no see that I envy pulpy and something normal and that is not frowned upon and this aspect to make me uncomfortable. Thank you.